Alright, welcome everybody, welcome. I am Krystian. I am on my way to become the King of Poland. I am actually King of Poland now. This is going to be the final episode of our series, of our first season of playing Crusader Kings. And with me today is Shepard.
Hello there.
Hi Shepard. Are you excited as I am for this grand finale?
I might be loving this at least 10 times as much as I loved Euro Truck Simulator 2013.
Wow, that's some pretty hardcore loving right there.
It's wonderful in many ways. I mean, I almost kind of like to imagine in my mind, because like these are all names that I only slightly recognize, that this is actually the realm of Monster Hunter. And you're actually slowly conquering monsters and other things along your way through here.
So to speak, I wonder if there is already like a Game of Thrones mod for this game. So I wonder if at some point there might be some kind of Monster Hunter mod for this. I wonder how monsters would fit into all of this. But yeah, maybe.
Yeah, a bunch of felines at a feast.
Oh yeah.
Random Tigrex events on hunts, things like that.
Intermarrying monsters, so they become like subspecies and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, maybe just a complete total conversion, and everybody is a different race of monster.
Ah yeah.
That would be creepy.
Anyway, so today we are going to finish up this thing. I have actually achieved my ambition. I am actually King of Poland. This was in the last episode. Man, I was tired. It was late night. I didn't really know what happened, but I finally usurped the title for the King of Poland. However, Poland is split up into fractions. It is shattered all over Europe. So as you can see, I'm gonna explain this real quick. Shepard already knows it because I just showed him previously. Poland is basically this strip here. I'm gonna follow the borders of Poland. So this is this stuff here, and then it goes all the way here up here. So it's basically like this little strip here, and then we have this part here, which is also Poland. This Chechen part, and these red things here, which look like a steak, maybe. Everything looks like a steak here. Are actually not Poland anymore. These are independent duchies. Duchy. So this is, for example, something that is controlled by... This is the Duchy of Mazovia, and it is controlled by a princess, Sofia First Piast. These two are controlled by a different Piast, by Princess Vladislava of Poland. So she controls those two. Such here is controlled by a bishop. This here, Sieradsko-Lechickie, is controlled by Duke Travomir. So everything is split up because all of this infighting and stuff just, made everything explode. And this is horrible, Shepard.
Not good.
Horrible.
They need a one real and true king. What do these people think of you? I mean, they know you're the king now, don't they?
Oh, I don't know. The people don't care, probably, like always. But yeah, this princess hates me, minus 29. The other princess down in Krakow, and Krakow is really the capital. She kind of likes me.
So, is your plan to retake the country by force, or do you have some other plan?
I have a plan, I already told you. I have a plan to retake this country, to reunite everything before this year is over. And I don't mean the real year, but in-game year. It is now the 14th of October, 1115. And before the year is over, all of this will be mine.
That is very bold to be stated like that.
I must admit, I already did some experiments and looked deeply into the relationships between all of these things, and I figured a way.
It's almost, is it going to be like dominoes? You're going to continually hopskick over people's relationships until you've just conquered everything, or?
It is cool, but before we begin, let us talk a little bit about what happened last time, because I was so confused, because when I finally took control of Crapster, I tried to get the title of the king, so I attacked Poland to get the title of the king, and suddenly I thought I was the king, but then I looked closely and it turns out the war turned out undecisively, even though I was just about to siege Krakow, even though everything was destroyed, and I was the winner, apparently, and then suddenly the war was over, and I was like, huh? And so I looked at the footage of the last recording and realized what happened. I actually didn't try to usurp the title of King of Poland. I tried to press the claim of another guy who was at my court, who was some kind of Prince of Poland.
To make him king,
Yes,
or
to make
he said, "Uh-oh."
Oh, I tried to make him king, but it was I was lucky and unlucky at the same time, because I was unlucky because I haven't realized this. I was lucky because just I was doing the final siege of this war. I was just about to snatch Krakow for him. He died. He just died, and that's why the war turned out inconclusive, because the person who was about to get king when the war was over was suddenly dead, and suddenly there was no reason to have war anymore. So everybody at Krakow looked really embarrassed suddenly.
Like, oops.
All of them were really embarrassed. All of this for naught, and we like dug all the latrines and everything, and we erected like the ladders and the catapults, and now we have to leave all of this and return home. Ugh.
So then who became the old person that was king was still king?
Yes.
Okay, but then how did you make the switch to king after that?
So what I did afterwards is I tried it again, but it kind of I tried to depose the liege, but that didn't work the way I expected. So that guy was removed, but suddenly another guy came in. It was really confusing, and then I just decided to screw it and basically become independent. So I became an independent duchy for a while, for a moment. By waging war again against Krakow, and then when I became independent, I was able to usurp the title for the King of Poland. But the people from which I became independent, they aren't part of Poland anymore because of this.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna try to get them back into Poland now.
Yeah, that's why everything's factioned now. I see. Okay.
Yes. I also wanted to mention briefly, because everybody's probably interested in this, what happened to my imbecile brother. My imbecile brother, Fry Porai, is hanging out in Piedmont. He has picked a pretty cool place to be hanging out. I mean, this is the Alps. This is the...
Yeah, what would make him want to go all the way over there? Is his wife French?
He's an imbecile. I don't know. I don't know what
Maybe he thought he was coming home and he got lost.
He has a wife, and the wife looks kind of nice. She's from House Kujawski, so she's also Polish. And they live there. They have an imbecile son who's called Jan Porai.
But he's actually, he looks to be some sort of religious figure now.
Yes, he is a court chaplain of Piedmont. He's even the court chaplain. Can you... What?
Maybe that's what they think of religion.
Gosh, this is incredible. This person...
He does not like you. He does not like you at all. He hates you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I took all the titles away from him. So, yeah, I understand why he's angry. He mad.
Well, but there's not much he can do. He's an imbecile.
And also, I wanted to point out that my princess, Sviatoslava of my mother, my princess, who I initially snatched away from Bohemia by killing... her husband and then marrying into her. She is still hanging around. And she's also in Piedmont.
Really?
With my imbecile brother.
That is really fascinating.
It is. I don't know what took her to Piedmont.
Well, probably your imbecile brother.
Interestingly, she married another guy from Bohemia.
Well, that kind of makes sense.
She's really into Bohemians.
Yeah.
Bohemians like her.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so she has had 3 husbands and 5 children in her life, all boys.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Yeah. No, wait a minute. Is she married? No. Oh, no, she isn't married. Good that you mentioned this. No, she's not married. Both, she's just hanging out there, I guess. She's at court there. Interesting. But she does have... Yeah, I have half-brothers from the previous relationship. I have still 2. All right.
And if they really wanted, they could even press their claim as well, but you won't see that happen.
Yeah, she has some claims, but that's the problem. Actually, that was a huge mistake at the beginning to marry her. I mean, I did it because it was cool, and because she's a princess from Poland. I mean, that was even cool. But actually, her claims are weak.
You want strong claims.
Yeah, most of them won't be actually passed on to successors unless they're pressed. Only one will be passed to the successor, which is the weak claim on the Kingdom of Poland. But it's just a weak claim, so it only works against female rulers if the claimant is male. But she is female, so she can press it. But her sons may be able to press it.
I see.
It's complicated, but in any case, we have female rulers now, but I am the male ruler now of Poland, so she can press it against me. Even if she finds a male ruler, it's not useful. And that's why I actually couldn't have used this myself. Because, again, I could have used it only against a female ruler. Those succession rules and pressing claims and stuff like that is very complicated. There's little fine details which are very difficult for me even to figure out. Especially for me to figure out. And smarter people than me are still having troubles with it. That's the game.
Very good. So let's see your plot in action.
All right. Let me see what is happening. So I wanted to point out that I won't be probably getting Opole, because Opole has been snatched away in all this tumult while I was waging wars. Like other people came in, like there was a feeding frenzy, and so the Holy Roman Empire snatched Opole.
And you can't really fight the Holy Roman Empire because that's the Catholic Empire. You don't want to start war with them, right?
Well, technically it was Bohemia who snatched Opole. But in order to get Opole back from Bohemia, I have to wage war against the Holy Roman Empire. So that's
is that all that little tan area there, or is it larger than that?
It's just this area. Well, Bohemia is this, but again, I would be waging war against the entire the Holy Roman Empire, and yeah, that will just destroy me immediately. They can just crush me like a bug.
Yeah, they're big.
Another thing I wanted to point out is that also Galindia was snatched away from Lithuania, and yeah, they're actually not as powerful. So I might be at some point in the future get back Galindia. I can hope to get back Galindia, and yeah, but that's what we're going to talk about at the end when we talk about what we could do afterwards. So let us set our plan into motion.
I'm very excited.
So one thing that you can do if you are very powerful, if you are above a certain lord, you can ask them to join you. If they like you and if they have a good reason to join me, they will do that. So this is called offer vassalship.
Okay.
And so I'm going to do this with people who really like me. So for example, here we have a bishop of such. Such is hanging out here. And see, I cannot offer a vassalship to him because he is far away. There is no common border. So I cannot offer vassalships to people all across the world. But this princess of Wisława of Poland, the princess who is cool with me, who doesn't hate me as much, I can offer vassalization to her.
Excellent. So if she accepts that, that expands your borders.
Yes, and I can tell you why she wants me, why she would want that, because power! Yeah! And also, there's reason against it, because there's a small difference in rank. I'm not quite as high-ranked as her. She is a princess, and I'm just a duke who became king of Poland. But she has a fairly good opinion of me. Well, a little bit good opinion of me. It's just enough to get her on my side. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to offer her vassalship.
And are you sure that this will work?
The game says yes. There's a second guide. This Duke Twardomir of Kujawa. He just has this part here, and I will offer him also vassalization.
Now, I would assume your rank is above his.
Yeah, that's a very clear yes. There's still a small difference in rank. Huh, interesting. But yeah, he's so completely into it. I mean, he likes me less than the princess, but he's still the power is just. I mean, I would just crush him. He has just this part here.
So as you get these people to be your vassals, that will also in turn increase your power.
Yes, but the problem is I won't control these lands directly. They will still control those lands. I will just over him, or I will be the middle manager of them, so to speak. Or the upper manager. I will be the boss, and they're the middle managers, and then there's people underneath them. I don't know. It's complicated. As I said, it's a pyramid scheme, and I'm basically putting my pyramid top on top of them, and they don't have a pyramid top right now. But they're still controlling their lands. I'm not taking the land away from them. Yes, and such guy I'm gonna get afterwards. Now, we have one problem with this, and she is really a problem here. This is Duchess Zofia of Mazovia. She's also a Polish princess. And yes, if I offer the vassalization to her, she says no.
Is that because she doesn't like you, or is it a power differential again?
It's all of the aspects that came into play with others, but now she really doesn't like me. She has an opinion of minus 29 of me, and also like she has quite a big of an area controlled, so it's not quite as lucrative for her to look. This is the entire area that she's controlling, right? So it is not quite as lucrative for her to be joining me.
Yeah, that's a lot of area.
Yeah, but and I have no reasons for no way for her to so I have to find a way basically for her to like me more. Now, sending gift is out of question. I have only 66 zloty, and sending her a gift would require 108 zloty. But I can give her some prisoners back.
Oh, she's got prisoners.
I have prisoners of her.
Of hers? Really?
Yes. During those.
How did that happen?
During those many wars, you always snatch up some random dudes. Let me see. Intrigue. There is intrigue. Yes. So Lederk, Trojan, Vasily, Sigmund. We have all those guys, and I think Duchy of Mazovia. So this guy belongs to her. Yeah, I think some of the guys belong to her. I'm gonna try to ransom there. Oh yeah, so see, she that belongs to her, but she doesn't want this guy.
She's like, keep him.
And you know what? I'm just gonna release him anyway. There we go. And what else? Intrigue. So this, what is about this guy? Can I ransom this guy? Oh, this is the different princess now, but I'm gonna release him anyway. Improving relations with the other princess also makes sense to me. What else? Okay, I will deal with this later because this is really funny. What about this guy? Can I ransom this guy? So no, I cannot. Okay, so I released the one princess that liked me. I released 2 prisoners of hers, and the one princess that doesn't like me, she got 1 prisoner back.
Oh, that might help a little bit.
I'm gonna see if this helps. So she likes me slightly less. Slightly less worse now, because there's like a breakdown of why she likes me and why she doesn't like me. She doesn't like me because I called into war against her, and she doesn't like
usurped the title.
And I usurped the title, and she doesn't like me because I am claiming her title or something. There's multiple things why she hates me, but one of the reasons why she likes me now is because I released her prisoner. So that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a little boost. It helps a little bit.
However, she still doesn't want to come over. All right. So now I will basically need to find money to. Well,
you don't have much time. You only have 2 months.
Yeah, waiting won't work. But I have a final prisoner, and he's really funny. He rebelled. He plotted against somebody. I think against me in Marienburg. He's actually my own vassal. In Marienburg.
What?
Yes.
So who are you going to ransom him to?
I'm going to ransom him to himself.
Such a thing is possible? What, does he have like a bank account somewhere? Say, pay me and get out? Like, pay bail?
Well, he is still the guy who controls Marienburg. He's just in prison. I mean, he still has a bank account going, even though he's in prison. When you go to the prison, it's not like your bank accounts are being plundered, right?
Not necessarily, no.
They're still going on, right? So he still has money. He's just in prison. And my idea is to basically to pay himself out of prison. And he gives me a pretty hefty sum of 70 zloty.
Ooh, it's pretty good.
That's pretty good, yes. So
well, that gets you high enough to start sending some gifts over there.
So I sent him the proposal to if he wants to get released, and he will consider this now.
Made me think about it a little bit. I think he'd probably want to be out of it.
What else? There is some things about the laws I want to change, but I won't do this now. I really want to have the people on board first before I change anything about the laws, because this is... I want to see if there is something... okay, release people. Really, right now, it's really just we're playing the waiting game. We're waiting for the guys to join me. Alright. So, this guy from Sieradsko... Oh, okay, so the first two joined me. So the princess joined me from Krakow.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy from Sieradsko joined me. So these are on my side now. Now I can invite the bishop, because now I have a border with the bishop. Wait a minute. Oh, I cannot invite the bishop because... Oh, I see. He's part of Duchy of Mazovia.
The guy... Isn't he the guy... Isn't he the guy you just sent back?
No,
that's himself.
No,
that's the princess.
That's a different guy. But it's kind of weird because the princess was able to come to me, but Krakow is also part of this Mazovia. So that's why sometimes I don't understand. Like, duchies are still like very confusing to me. Yeah, but let's wait until the guy gives me the money. Wait a minute. What is going on here? Still Mazovia? Oh, there's a different... Oh, that's the Duchy of Lesser Poland. Yeah, they're part of me now. Alright, okay, so I have Krakow and Sandomierz. Come on, guys.
And they just have to flip over.
Alright, so he pays me the ransom. And now he's back in power. He hates me now. Yeah, minus...
Of course.
Minus
I would
50.
hope so, yeah.
But, you know, I have the money now, so I can use this money to send... our dear Princess Zofia a gift of 100.
Is that going to be enough to change her mind of you? Or?
I hope. So now she likes me with 19. And indeed, that is enough.
Wow.
I think it is very close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minuses and 6 pluses. It's just enough, just barely enough to get her convinced to come over to me.
That is some luck.
It is quite complicated also, like it is I was like, huh, wow, this works perfectly out, amazing. Alright, so now we wait until she comes over.
And once that happens, you've basically nearly unified Poland, and you can just exert any claim that you would need to put anywhere else, right?
I have in fact unified almost all of Poland. There's just a Poland missing. Let me show you really quick how it looked like. So that's how the Poland looked like before. This is the red spot is Poland before, and this is Poland now. It's basically just Opole missing, but on the other hand, we have up here most of Prussia.
Yeah, so it's almost like but you know what? That kind of makes sense. In the Middle Ages, borders shifted like that all the time, right?
Yeah. Well, they shifted also even later. But like Second World War was a huge movement of the borders of Poland. But yeah. So this is we have reunited everything now. The problem is, of course, that this is a powder keg, a little bit of. It's not quite a powder keg, but it could become a powder keg at some point.
So you need something to bring the people together.
Well, you see, the problem is I don't control that much, actually. I just control four counties, which is this. I control both Upper and Lower Silesia. I control Poznań. I control Chmielno, and that's it.
So it's really like a pyramid scheme. I mean, you just barely wormed your way into being king.
Yeah, I'm sitting on top and having I have my puppets to do the stuff for me, but personally I'm getting like involved only on those four things. Other things are controlled by other people. So this is some kind of Tomasz doing his stuff here. This is Counter Wierzbora doing her stuff here. Here I have a dude, I remember him installing him. He looked cool, but now this guy is actually not cool at all. He doesn't like me, and he has all sorts of claim in Bohemia.
Well, he looks like a mean guy anyway.
He looks mean, doesn't he? So I'm thinking actually about getting rid of him.
and then just taking everything that he has.
Yeah, but that will upset all the others. And now here we have a bishop who is incredibly powerful because he has 2 counties. We have a guy here in Kujave. We have this guy who just been released from prison in Chmielno. He also doesn't like me now. We have this guy here over in Zambia. We have the new guy here who came in here. We have the princess here. And then the princess has like even her own vassal who is like incapable. She's a child and she's incapable. And she's also under house arrest.
Maybe she got grounded.
And she also doesn't like me. We have a bishop down here. And of course we have and then we have some other dude child here, and then we have, it's basically half of this is controlled by children.
Is incapable the same as incompetent, or is it referred to more of like a physical inability to move around?
I don't even know. So I was trying to figure this out, but I cannot find out. It just says she's incapable, and it's not along in the same place where you would usually have something like imbecile or inbred. It is above her portrait. Usually this often comes up when somebody's senile.
Yeah,
but she's not senile.
Maybe she is.
Oh, look, she has the quality incapable due to advanced age, head injury, or some other mental disabilities. This character is not fit for any kind of work.
Well, she must have gotten dropped on her head.
I don't know what happened there, but it's still not quite as bad as imbecile. Yeah, -6. Imbecile is -8. But yeah, she's not doing her work herself. She has a regent to do her stuff for her, and the regent hates me, of course. Yeah, and this princess, she's incredibly powerful because she controls quite a lot.
The incapable princess.
No, the other princess, the Sophia, who I actually just appeased to join me. So if I go to the round tree, I can tell who controls what, and the princess controls like 1/3 of my forces. And the bishop up there controls another 1/5 of my forces. So if those two get together, they could almost overthrow me.
Yeah, I think they would be able to, yeah.
So, kind of a problem right now. And yeah, basically also like, everything is split between all those people. Like, I mean, look at how many people are having claims on parts of me. Like, all of this. I'm controlling all of this.
Now, as the years go on, does your claim come stronger as you were to go through the generations?
There are some advantages of staying in power longer. For example, now I get some disadvantages in how people like me because I'm new. So when I go to like break down how much people like me, there is somewhere among this is short reign -16.
Yeah, that's not good.
But this will get lower as long as I'm here. Also, another thing, I cannot change laws because I am... So, for example, one thing that's really caused a lot of troubles last time around, you remember, was the succession rules.
Yeah, you do not like those. Well, yeah, they didn't work out well.
Well, half of the stuff got the imbecile and half of the stuff got crapster, and it was very difficult to reconcile our stuff together. So I would probably want to switch it to seniority or elective monarchy. But I can only do that if I was king for 10 years.
Well, how many years have you already had the crown? Just 2 or 3?
I don't know. Just a couple. I just became king.
Oh, yeah. So you got some time.
Yeah, but here's an interesting thing. Now that I'm king, I can change some general laws, and I will actually switch to limited crown authority. People, the vassals will like me slightly less for this, but I will receive much higher levies from them. And also I can start revoking titles, because right now I cannot even revoke titles.
Jesus, yeah, I see you've minimum
crown
authority.
I have almost no authority whatsoever. I'm basically just a puppet. Or I guess I'm the puppet, because I thought I was the puppet master, but actually I'm a puppet. I'm just a straw man, aesthetic figure, so to speak. So now I can get more power by giving me, limited crown authority, and this will give me some power. Yes, I will do that. But now, of course, they are voting for this, and when the vote goes through, and it will eventually, then I will be able to revoke titles. And in fact, I'm thinking about doing one last intrigue.
Ooh.
We have a little countess here. She's a girl. She's a child. She doesn't. Her heir is some kind of other person. I don't know, but I know that I can do. I noticed that I can do a plot against her to revoke.
That's evil.
Yeah, to take Teschen away from her. I don't know exactly what allows people to get, and lots of people would be up for it. For some reason.
Just a little girl right now. Yeah. Who knows why they're all in favor?
So I'm gonna actually auto-invite them. Yeah, look how many people were invited to this plot. So I have limited crown authority law now, so people accepted this.
You're starting to accept you?
Well, yes, they accept this for now. But you know, if I do something stupid, then they might rebel, and then it would be very easy for them to rip Poland apart again. So now this will be the challenge. Going further on would be to really consolidate Poland and really to secure Poland as a unity, and not as this kind of weird alliance that is kind of like still like so many people on board and so many people like being in here. So, for example, now, as you can tell, it was Duchess Zofia, the ex-princess of Poland, has actually founded a faction, an official faction, to become the new king of Poland. Queen of Poland. And she has 50% backing so far.
Well, you got to get people on your side.
Well, she doesn't like me now because all of a sudden she liked me because I gave her money, but now she doesn't like me anymore because
probably because you took the limited crown authority.
Yeah. So actually, but I have tools to deal with this now, because now I will actually not concentrate on expanding my empire for now. So I can actually use my council to do this, because one of the thing that people always do is fabricate, for example, claims with the chancellor, and that's actually a very inefficient use of the chancellor. The chancellor is actually the best if he improves diplomatic relations. I'm gonna see if I can get a better chancellor. No, that's the best one. So I'm actually gonna improve diplomatic relations with her, because it's really important for me to have her on board. She's incredibly powerful and she must like me. I'm gonna train some troops in Poznan. I'm gonna get some taxes in Poznan. I'm gonna try to discover any plots in Płotsk in case she tries to murder me.
She might want to do that.
But that will probably change after some time. And I'm gonna improve also religious relations. Now I don't know with whom. I have to find out who are my vassals. How do they feel about me? Who is the vassal that has the lowest opinion? Religious vassal that has the lowest opinion of me. Oh, there we go. Boncha in Michibosh. Where is that? Here, this guy. This guy doesn't like me. So I will actually improve the relations. That's basically the same thing as the Chancellor does, but for religious leaders. He will improve the relations with this guy here. Alright. Let me see. I want to actually see how this plot goes through. This plot power is actually pretty high now. Oh yeah, it's pretty high. I can already revoke the title. So she will receive a letter.
And so what will happen to her land when she gets that letter?
Well, she decided to give in to the demand. She hates me now, but she gave me Teschen.
Oh, so now you have Chechnya.
Yes. And of course, I might actually remove the guy from Kalisz.
So that gives you, I see now, it's nice in the top right, that shows that now that country is directly yours.
Yes. When I click on it, it shows my picture, so I'm controlling directly.
And is that because, as the King of Poland, any land that would go to like a default unruled state goes to you? Or how did that get switched over to you?
Well, I removed her title, so the title doesn't exist, so I own the title now. Right. That's what removing title means. But there's no default. Like, it always depends on the case. And so if I'm removing the title goes to me, because I'm her heir. I'm her liege. So
Okay.
so if she doesn't have the title, then the title goes to her liege.
I see. And if you wanted to do this to other areas, but you were going above your ability to rule, you might install a vassal there, so that that wouldn't be a country directly under your rule, right? Or a section directly under your rule.
Yeah, for example, yeah. So a good vassal to actually have would be my kids,
Right.
because they love me, and if I die, then I will play as them. So giving them some power already would be actually really good. So I'm actually removing those stuff, and I would probably would want to install my sons in there at some point. I'm also thinking maybe removing this guy, but I think this is going to be it for now. I think we're because now if we're going to start tweaking and doing stuff like that, this will really, this will just be like an endless combination. We have to consider what we are going to do next, Shepard.
Okay.
Because this is the end of season 1. I have become the king of Poland. This is all of Poland now. And there's some infighting, but it's generally stable. It's something that we can work with. So one thing that we can try to do is to get back Pomerania. Or to get Pomerania in general. There is stuff going on here, and I have actually claims on Pomerania.
Is that because of your mother,
Yes.
right?
So if I go here, I can actually, for example, if I take her and if I declare war on her, I can't, because this is not the Duchy. What is it? How do you spell it? Duchy or Duchy?
I would say Dookie, but
Dookie.
Douchey? I don't know.
I like Duchy because it sounds like douchebag.
Well, Dookie sounds like Dookie.
Yeah,
There's no good thing either
there's
way.
no good one, right? I could declare war. I could claim Swoopsk for my bishop, interestingly, but could also. I don't know. Somehow I could. I think my. Oh, maybe I have to reinstate them as owners of land or something. County of Swoopsk. Maybe I can get this guy. I have some claims on this. I have to figure out exactly how. But in any case, I mean, this is not a great country, right? So let me see how big they are. They have 1,600 troops.
That's nothing.
And I have... How much do I have? Just to compare it. I have 8,000 troops.
Yeah, that's total destruction.
I would crush them as a bug, like a bug. And also Litauen here, Litaunia, is also they are more powerful. They have like a huge amount of land. I mean, that would just if I got them, that would increase my land size twofold. But they're not very well developed, so they don't have too many troops. They have 10,000 troops. That's just 2,000 troops more than I. So if I just keep on producing more troops, maybe like upgrading more of my lands, I would maybe be able to take on them. If I maybe get some money so I can get like mercenaries, I could probably get them. And then, Shepard, what I thought, an ultimate goal once I conquer them, if I manage to conquer them, would be to form the Wendish Empire.
The Wendish Empire?
I have never heard what the Wendish Empire is, but apparently that's something that existed at some point. Poland was part of it. And I would become the emperor of the Wendish Empire.
Would that mean engaging in some fighting with the Holy Roman Empire?
Well, it would make me competitive, maybe more competitive with the Holy Roman Empire. Let's be clear. The Roman Holy Empire is the 600-pound gorilla in this thing. Is it
scary.
6,000 pounds? Is that a lot? I don't even know. It's heavy gorilla, right?
It's a big gorilla.
It's a big gorilla. I mean, I have like 8,000 troops. Do you want to see how many troops they have? Let us just look at it, just to laugh a little bit. They have 134,000 troops.
That's some troops.
Yeah, that's almost 1 million troops. So they will. So getting on with them would be difficult. Even if I combine forces with the Litauen, I would still be a small fry.
Well, at least you wouldn't be an imbecile fry.
Yeah. I like this. So I think we're gonna end this. I think this is a good way to end this. We're gonna organize a feast. Can we do this? That would be great. Yes, we can hold a feast, and all my vassals will be there.
You could really use this, I think. I think they need that.
Yeah, I really need to improve slowly. I would need to hold a lot of feasts, and I will need to hold a lot of like tournaments. Maybe there I can even hold tournaments now to really get everybody on board, to really make everybody love me. It's Christmas. While I was busy preparing the feast, a troop of wandering jongleurs arrived at the castles. They will be perfect entertainment for the feast. I can barely afford it.
All right, guys, come on in.
Yes, so the next task would be to really reconcile everything, to maybe like start slowly, not too much, but slowly taking away maybe some pivotal titles, giving those titles to my children, and securing succession lines, stuff like that, improving the amount of troops I can produce, and slowly maybe getting Pomerania, and then maybe getting preparing for a war against Lithuania, which then would make me able to withstand more punishment from outside forces.
It's very exciting. I think you got this. I think you could do this. At least the Wendish Empire.
It would be an interesting journey, but the best part about oh gosh, I cannot actually spend. Oh, I can spend a little bit gold. I don't want to spend too much on food. I can spend too much. Can I spend that much? Oh, I go into minus. I want to have an awesome feast. The most preparation of the feast has been made. Now I only have to send out the invitations. Look how many people are coming to my feast. It's like
everybody.
I want to show this because people can look at this. This is like this huge list of people coming to my feast.
No wonder you had to spend so much food.
Yes, King Crasper? Is it Crasper? It reminds me of Game of Thrones again. There's also Craster in Game of Thrones. Oh look, this guy, this huge jerk, Count Slavibor of Kalish, decided not to come. Well, this is a good reason to revoke his title eventually. I think I'm gonna really remove him from here. Yes. And one thing, my wife still loves me? Yeah, she still loves me. No. She's maimed? My wife is maimed.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how that happened. Must have been an accident. This is so crazy. What does it do? Oh, minus health and minus martial. So yeah, we also, one of the things that I have to watch out for is that both princesses, the princess down here and the powerful princess up there, both have husbands, and both are like in super prime fertile age, so they will get children, and I actually maybe want to prevent this somehow. So if I go into scheming, I would probably maybe try to remove their husbands.
Right, because it would be less damaging to kill the husband than to kill the other people, right?
Well, I would kill them. I would remove them by killing them. Either by a plot or assassination, but this is risky because if I get caught, Poland will break apart because it's so unstable right this moment. But yeah, like killing them and marrying her to me if my wife dies, because she already has minus health, so I don't think she will do very much. Or to my sons would be actually very good, because I will then inherit the titles from them, and that will eventually make me more stable in the long run. And also, there's one reason to kill one of the guys, Shepard. One of the guys who married one of the princesses, I couldn't believe it myself when I saw this, is Duke Włost of Lesser Poland. Duke Włost, if you remember the first episode of this series, was the guy who controlled Lower Silesia and Upper Silesia.
Oh, I remember that guy.
And I took Lower Silesia and Upper Silesia slowly away from him, and he wasn't happy. At the end,
he was angry the whole time.
He hated me. And I think I killed his wife or something? Or maybe not, or I don't know what happened to his wife. Anyway, he ended up marrying a 21-year-old princess.
Ugh, why would she marry him?
I don't know, man. Well, he has a claim on... Wait a minute, he has a claim on Lower Silesia, Upper Silesia.
I'm sure he has a strong claim on it. Those used to be his lands.
He has strong claims on those. So for her, that might have been like a strategic situation to grab those lands away from me. In any case, this guy is not a happy camper. He's an aggressive leader. He's slothful. Okay, he's possessed. He's possessed!
He's only living to take revenge.
He is the incarnation of devil. Again, maybe he's paranoid, he's proud, he's cruel. Man, this guy is like I turned him into a true villain.
You made him this way. This is you, man. You did this.
The only positive thing is that he's 71, so I don't think he will make it much further. I might not have to kill him.
I don't think he's going to be bearing any children either.
You don't know how this happens. I managed to produce children with guys who were as old as him. Right. It will be more difficult with Duchess of Sofia, the other princess. She has an Italian husband, and he's 18. Man, he's
ready to go.
He's fresh out of the box, so it will be more difficult to get rid of this guy. He's patient, cruel, humble, craven, cynical, diligent, and gregarious. So yeah, this is a cool guy, and it would be a little bit of a problem. Again, something I have to consider. I have to be careful, because if I make just the slightest mistake,
everything collapses.
Yeah, everything collapses. They will rebel against me. They will start making wars against me, trying to become independent from me, or usurp my titles, or kill me. There's just so many things you can do.
Well, yeah, it should be interesting seeing how it fleshes out. As long as you don't get caught, I think it'll be okay.
The guests have finally arrived. All is ready. The cooks have worked day and night preparing the food, and the castle has never looked lovelier. Yeah, and so both princesses have founded their own factions to become Queen of Poland. So, a little bit of a powder keg right now, but the faction of Sofia is losing in strength, maybe because of the other princes now, because maybe they're taking away the people from each other. There's
that, and your diplomatic relations might be helping a little bit too.
Maybe, but I haven't seen any message about that. Everyone drank and were happy except Mayor Goshton, who refused to more wine. This insulting gesture means that he does not appreciate my hospitality. Clearly, where is he? So where is this guy? He is in Kalisz. But it's just a mayor, not the evil guy from Kalisz. How dare you? So I have some villains. I have some people I have to work with. Both Bishop Alexander and Bishop Marcin re-entered my castle without any visible wounds. It seemed as Bishop Alexander had refused to duel with Bishop Marcin. They tried to duel?
What were they dueling for? They're bishops.
Oh, okay. Here's the first message. I hear Bishop Alexander challenge one of my other guests to a duel, and before I have any chance to interfere, the two duels go outside. All right. So did bishops try to duel each other? What kind of bishops are these? Some of my guests seem not to have satisfied with the food, but I would never have thought one of them would have complained out loud. Prince Bishop Boncha said it was nasty stuff said a lot of nasty stuff about the food, and I couldn't help to feel irritated. I don't like him now, because he complained about my food.
That's not good. You spent a lot of money on that food.
Yeah, also we are feasting for 3 months now. The last of the guests have returned home, and everyone agreed it was the year's greatest fest.
Well, it was 3 years. It was 3 months worth.
Yeah, it was a great feast. All right, guys. So this is it. This is the finale of this small series. I have a request for you guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will release those episodes on YouTube, in succession. If you watch this on YouTube, please write in the comments what you want to see next. How should I proceed? Should we proceed with Crusader Kings? Should we play something else? Should I try to play something else? If yes, what should I play instead of Poland? Or would you want to see a continuation of what will happen with Poland in years to come? Just write in the comments. Also write in the chat. We also, if you're watching this live, we were actually take in suggestions from the audience right now to see how this all proceeds. Yes. So Shepard.
Yes.
Are you also interested in this game? Would you like to play it more yourself?
I just purchased it yesterday, so I definitely will be playing it.
Great. I'm looking forward to this. So in this regard, I will say goodbye, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with us on this small series. And I hope we will see you next time when we play something, maybe Crusader Kings, maybe something else. Bye!
Bye bye.